Pinky studied her handiwork, then reached into the medicine bag and produced a large syringe. Alright, time for the last round. Dash focused blearily on the needle, which Pinky took as a question to what it was. This is a little something to take the pain away. I seriously doubt that.
Yeah.
Pinky informed Dash as she walked around to her victim's ruined back. Dash flinched as Pinky jabbed the needle into the lower part of the pony's spine. Moving in front of her friend again, Pinky leaned down and elaborated. In a few minutes, you won't be able to feel anything below your rib cage. Then you'll be able to stay awake to watch the harvest. Teddy, are you upset?
I didn't hear that last part. What was it?
In a few minutes, you won't be able to feel anything below the rib cage. Then you'll be able to stay awake and watch the harvest.
Oh my god.
This recording's over 30 minutes.
This is 30 minutes of me sitting here wondering why I'm listening to this.
Because I'm paying you. And no, I'm not, so don't take that seriously.
Damn it.
Dash started to cry again. Pinky, she choked out. Yeah, I want to go home, Dash sobbed. Yeah, I can see wanting to do that, replied the party pony. Sometimes I want to give up and just say, I'm done with this mess and go to bed. But you know what? You can't shrug off your responsibilities. You got to pull yourself together and meet the challenges head on. That's the only way to get ahead in life. Dash hung her head and cried. Minutes passed and the drugs took effect. Eventually, Dash was completely numb from her chest to lower flanks. At some point, Pinky approached her with a scalpel, glancing at Dash and smiling. She made a long horizon cut along the pony's pelvis, right above her crotch. Moving up the pony's body, Pinky made a similar incision under her ribs. Pinky made a long vertical cut down Dash's stomach, connecting the first two. Looks like I got my eye on you, Dash, Pinky giggled. Deadpool times 1,000. With a moist, gooey sound, the flaps of skin opened. The sight of her own organs and the lack of feeling caused Dash's breathing to intensify. Pinky carefully sliced open Dash's abdominal and pulled it out of the new cavity. Pinky grew jovial, laughing as she gutted her friend. Pinky began to make jokes. Dash, growing weaker from this new source of blood tried desperately to shut out the macabre comedy act. Look at me, I'm Rarity, Pinky laughed, slinging the intestinal tube around her neck, spraying blood in all directions. Isn't the scar so pretty? You know that feeling, Teddy, that you have that you're going to hell to listening to that? You know that feeling, Teddy?
Yeah.
That's human. Hold on to that.
Mm-hmm. You got that from a movie, but I'm too grossed out to remember which one.
It's Nostalgia Critic.
Alright.
Reaching back inside, she sliced the smaller intestines from the... It says bowls, but I think it's supposed to be bowels. Squeezing out the excess excrement, Pinky filled the slimy organ through her teeth and dragged it back and forth.
Hey Danny, turn on your video chat.
No. Dentists say you gotta floss every day, Dash. Dash was barely aware of what was going on anymore. The shock was causing her to fade. Disappointed, Pinky dived back into the pony's guts, ramping up her routine. Aw, don't go yet, Dash. Pinky started pulling out the rest of Dash's organs, pausing with each removal. You know I can be a real pancreas, but you know I'm just kidney with you.
Jesus Christ.
You really got to learn to liver up. Boy, these jokes are getting bladder. Guess you gotta develop a stomach for them. Pinky places discarded body parts in a bucket, keeping the last one for a bit longer. Ooh, bagpipes! She began to play the end of Dash's esophagus in her mouth. And then the stomach in her armpit. She squeezed and a spurt of acid hit her tongue. Ew! Oh, hey, there's your cupcake, Dash. Oh, you remember that cupcake?
Oh my god.
Remember the cupcake from earlier?
Yeah.
That's Gilda. Okay, let me scroll down a little. Okay. Oh wait, we're near the end. Okay. Dash didn't hear her tormentor. She had slipped from consciousness a few minutes ago. Pinky, not yet satisfied, hit Dash with another adrenaline shot. Dash woke up for the last time, her heart pounding. Warm blood flowed out from the wound in her chest in great spurts. It wouldn't be long now. Pinky brought Dash around to her back again and straddled the blue pony's chest, scalpel at the ready. You know, Dash, I'm disappointed. I thought you were going to last longer. I really wanted to spend more time with you before we got here. But I guess that's my fault. I should have taken it a little slower. Oh well, it was really nice knowing you, Dash. The blade sunk into the blue pony's throat and worked its way up to Dash's chin. Coming back down, Pinky's scalpel circled around Dash's neck. The last thing Rainbow Dash felt was her skin being cut away from her skull, the metal of the blade scratching her teeth. Then she was gone. Pinkie Pie stared in the mirror. She had done a really good job, even keeping the eyelids. She winked, and Dash's skull winked back. Pinkie smiled. But still, she was sad her friend was now gone. Dash had only lasted 15 minutes. Not nearly as long as Pinky had wanted. She looked back at the cadaver hanging in the center of the room, the last of her friend's fluids draining into a pan. Yup, no more Rainbow Dash. As she looked, Pinky cocked her head and began to take notice of the fact there really wasn't much damage done to the corpse. In fact, the pink pony mused, I think an idea exploded in her head. She was good at sewing and she had all the pieces. All she had to do was put them back together. Yeah, she had to get some stuffing and then bingo, she'd have Rainbow Dash forever. In fact, thought Pinky, that's what she'd do for all her best friends when their numbers came up. She was so excited, she skipped right over the body with her Skinner and got started. The cupcakes could wait. Pinkie Pie had a friend to make. So, Teddy, what did you think of that lovely story? Did I break you, Teddy?
You know, my sleep cycle is normally bad, but I can tell you with absolute certainty I will not sleep tonight.
Did you cry at all?
Nah, not really. I am too... You know, I feel like the way you would after you look at like a really, really big bug, like a bug the size of somebody's like lower forearm.
Stop making me laugh. This is terrible.
I don't even feel like that. I feel like the way you would if you had a bunch of those things just like crawling all over you.
Oh.
And you still haven't turned on your video chat.
Fine. Let me see. You have your... Oh, your expression is priceless. You just flipped me off. Teddy, you know we would have done this eventually.
I feel terrible.
That's human. Hold on to that.
I'm gonna try to repress every bit of this.
Oh, next time, we're reading in Cupcakes Part 2.
Oh, thanks, sweet. Holy fuck.
And then we're reading Rarity's New Dress. Yes. And then we're actually going to read something good.
Okay, you know what? We need more than 2 people if we're going to do this.
Yeah.
We need to get Charlie in here.
Yeah, but he's going to cry and leave. Because I cried the first time I read this. Just the idea brought tears to my eyes, whether it's a pony or a human. You know what this story actually reminded me of?
What?
The movie Hostel, with more blood.
I don't even remember what that is. I am too freaked out to think about anything else. Hang on, I'm gonna go on YouTube and unprivate that video of me messing with the recording.
Okay, and I'm gonna upload this video. And I'm gonna have an inappropriate GIF to go with it.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Well, until next time, people who stumble upon this video looking for a reading of Cupcakes. See ya.
Help me.